There's an old story about a man named Bubba. He lived in a little valley, and he was a man of faith. He read his Bible every day, he went to church every Sunday, and he believed in God. One day on the news, the weathercaster said there was going to be a severe thunderstorm with chance of flooding, and they encouraged all those in flood areas to get out. Well, he lived next to a creek, and that creek would often flood. But he said, no, I believe that God will protect me. And he knelt down and he said a fervent prayer, God, protect me, take care of me. I know you'll protect me. Well, the next day, the storm came, and it was terrible. The water came down, the lightning flashed, trees went down, and the creek started to rise. And so Bubba knelt again and he said, God, I'm a man of faith. I know that you'll protect me. You've promised to protect me. And the water kept coming up and coming up. And when it got up to the porch, he decided maybe he'd go up to the second floor. So he went upstairs to the second floor and he knelt down and he said, God, I know you will protect me. And he looked up and the water kept coming. And as he looked out the second floor window, a boat came, a little motorboat with a couple firemen in it with slickers on, and they were yelling, come on, get in the boat, we'll save you. And Bubba said, I have faith in God. God will protect me. You know, they shrugged their shoulders and they went on to the next house to save the next person. And the water kept coming up and it kept coming up. And finally, Bubba climbed out the window and climbed up on the roof, and he knelt and he said, God, I know you will protect me because I'm a man of faith. And the water kept coming up. And a helicopter came over and they lowered down a ladder and they hollered down, climb up the ladder, we'll save you. And he looked up and he said, no, God will save me. I know God will protect me. And he waved them off. And they went on down the valley to the next house to save someone else. And the water kept coming up and coming up, and Bubba drowned. Well, Bubba comes up to the pearly gates, all squishing his boots and running with water, and he meets God and he says, God, I've always been a man of faith. I've been to church every Sunday and I read my Bible every day, and I prayed, why didn't you protect me? And God sadly shook his head and said, I warned you. I sent you a boat. Heck, I sent you a helicopter. What more could you ask for? Please get vaccinated. Take the precautions that are recommended. Keep yourself and those around you safe. It's not just about you. The Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Philippians, let each of you look not to your own interests, but to the interests of others. Don't put it off. Don't be the one to walk up to the pearly gate and have God tell you, but I sent you a vaccine.